Hi everyone, I've done lots of chair bows before, but I've never actually done a full traditional chair bow, showing how to make the more Americanized, stiffer chair bows that you see in the dance troupes and the chair competitions, because I'm from the UK and they're just not quite as big here, because so we don't have traditional chair leaders for school and places like that. It's becoming more popular, but it's just not as big as over in the US. So you'll have to excuse my model head. I had to make the hair ponytail poofy so it actually stood up how it was meant to. Hopefully you can see from here what it looks like. But yeah, it's meant to sit like this. Some people wear them the opposite way, but like I said, this is the more traditional, stiffer chair bow look. So what you'll need, as you can see, I've got this beautiful glitter ribbon, and this was from Eva's Bow and Craft Supplies. They are closing down, so if she's got any of this 3-inch ribbon, glitter ribbon left, it is 40% off at the moment. That is if you're watching in 2023, sorry, for second day in. And I have got 25 inches here, and I'm going to make it completely no-sew for you. So now this is a glitter ribbon, growth grain ribbon. It's a little bit stiffer than standard growth grain. So I've got my hair straightens here, the clean ones I only use for ribbon, just to make it a little bit softer so we can pinch everything in. I just like to run my straighteners over it a couple of times, and you can see the difference in the softness already. You see? Because it's so much softer already. And then I'm just going to put my crease in the centre, which works as a guide for this. And then I can turn my hair straighteners off. Move this out of the way. So I've got plenty of room to work. Okay, so we start in the centre. And what you want to do is, I have my little ruler here, which is what I like to use, is from here, from the centre, I like to make mine 3 inches from here, and you want it so that you're about 2 inches down roughly. You can sort of do 1.5, you can sort of turn it up to about 1.5, but I would never go deeper than sort of 1.5 to 2 inches down. So I've gone 1.5 there. The deeper you go, the more curved up your bunny ear looks at the end. And then from this side, you can go from your centre again. You can bring that over. What you want it to do is so it crosses exactly at that same. And again, I take a couple of clips and I use them there and there just to hold everything in place. And that's equal, both sides. 1.5 inch deep. Okay, and then what I like to do, so I can double check that it's all even, is fold it in half. And I can see that tail is a little bit longer on that side. I'm just going to trim that down. And to help me with my creases, I'm going to take my lighter or equally anything to make it a little bit softer and a little bit easier to fold. And then when you open it out, you've got your centre creases to help you as a guide. And then what I do is to get your pinches in the right place from your centre so it's nice and even. Get this to come to where your tails meet here, so you can see. Hold this in the centre with your thumb. We're going to do accordion pinches. So you go back for 1 pinch, which gives you 2 from there, and then you want to go another pinch from the top, so you've got 3 looking from here, and you want to hold that really firmly, because this is the whole point of this. You need to get your accordion folds in, but you don't want to lose them as you're pinching. Take this back while holding everything there for 1, 2, and then go back again like this. And then at the front it will look like this. Now I have some new thread. It's upholstery thread. It's coats and collocks. It's really, really strong. And what I do, instead of gluing or sewing, is you want to leave a little bit of a tail in your hand. Get it round the middle. And you want to wrap this, keep it all held. Watch your clips. Very cat-handed today, I apologise. Right, and you want to wrap it round a good several times. You could do this with a cable tie, whichever is better for you. I know some people swear by the cable ties for chair bows, because with this, especially if you're making them for sort of dance competitions, things such as that, or actual chair official competitions, they have to be very, very firm and guarantee to 100% stay in place. So the more secure this centre is, and the more happy you are about how tight and how well it's going to stay together, the better off you are. So don't use traditional cottons. You either want a really good upholstery thread, or you want like extra strength Goodband thread, or like I said, cable tie. Anything that's going to 100% secure that completely in place and make sure that those loops are not going to move or adjust. And tie it off a few times, and then you can take your clips off. And the good thing about tying is sometimes you might have slightly gone off centre on there, and you can move it and adapt it until you've got it where you want and it sits nicely and balanced. And then for the tails, I fold them in half, the ends like this, and you want to cut a nice clear deep V, and you can measure about 1 inch up and go straight across. And you want super sharp fabric scissors for this, because you want nice clear tails. That's one side, and if you want to, you can use this side as a guide, but like I said, fold it in half. So we know we want to go from there. And again, you want to go the same depth as what you've just done the other side, straight across. Now you've got this. Now at the minute these are unsealed, so what you want to do is take your lighter in the blue clear bit of the flame. You want to get your ribbon and you want to seal it so that won't thread free, but you want to do it in the blue clear bit of the frame, not the orange bit. If you do it in the orange, that's when you get like melting and curling and things like that. Okay, and then I have a hair tie slash ponytail holder there, and I've got some matching 9mm ribbon for there, and I've also made this pinch centre, but like I said, you can leave them plain. It's entirely up to you with what sort of style and how blinged up you make them. You can also add a ton of like hot gems and things like this, but if you are going to attach it and it is an official competition bow, I would suggest hot fix rather than gluing, unless you're 100% certain of your glue, because like I said, you would not want cheerleaders with gems falling on the floor as they're competing and things like that, because like I said, it could be a little bit dangerous. And also, like I said, you get things like deductions on your points and things for appearance as well as like their routines, I believe. So it's worth making sure you're 100% secure in absolutely everything that you're doing. And I do have a whole video on how to attach and use the hotfix gem tool and hotfix gems. So you wrap that round just as normal. I go twice. Okay, nice and tight. Cut that little bit off there. but leave enough so you can glue. You want to do glue there and wrap that around. And there you go. You have the more traditional chair bow style, and if you want to, you can add the scrunch middle, you can add some like proper full-on bling. It's entirely up to you what you feel would work. Like I said, whether or not you want some like gems, whether or not you want a scrunch. And like I said, you can add your decals, you can add the team logos, etc., things like that. Like I said, it's entirely up to you how much effort you put into them, but this is just the basic shape